Like,
Hi guys, welcome to Corner Taken Quickly podcast. With me here is Arun and Nikhil. So guys, how are you doing?
I'm good. Average game week. What about you?
Mine also was pretty decent. Most of the FPL managers, many of the FPL managers rather got somewhere around 88, 85 to 90 points. So I was in that bracket, so pretty happy with the performance. Arun, what about you, man?
I did. Hey man, it's not decent. If you get 88 points, it's a good game week. I got 86, nine
Yeah.
took a -4 and got 86. Got points from all my defenders and goalkeepers. Bruno Fernandes was my captain. I had Salah who gave 16, De Bruyne gave 5. I mean, I'm disappointed with Son. I thought he'll give points, but then again, Justin gave the clean sheet point. Justin is very underrated, huh? So he's giving a lot of points. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy owning him as well. So I'm happy. It's a good game week. I hope to continue in this form. I climbed ranks as well, so I'm actually very happy.
So yeah, talking about the first agenda of the video, can we just talk about the double game weeks in much more detail? We of course did in the last video of ours, but some more drooling and some more thought processes have come on to change my strategy for the double game weeks and the blanks. Guys, can you quickly tell about your strategy? Then maybe I can just tell about mine. Starting off with Nikhil.
Uh, my strategy would be like, my advice would be mostly, if you have most number of players from the blank game week, like teams who are playing in the blank game week, take your free hit in the double game week. If you have, it's use the vice versa. If you have more players playing in the double game week in your current squad, then play the free hit during the blank game week. That's my whole thing. I mostly have players who are already playing in the double game week, so I'm planning to take a free hit in the game blank game week. That's my strategy at the moment.
That's when you don't have your first wildcard, right?
Yeah, I don't have
You have to activate your first wildcard by game week 16.
16.
So
Yeah.
if you're having one, then you can set your team up for game week 19 and not consider game week 18 at all, and then just take a free hit at game week 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Arun, what is your plan, man?
See, my plan is now. ये chips जो है मैं I like I mentioned in the previous video which we did, Srinath, that I would love to save my chips for the game weeks after 30. I wouldn't want to use any chip now. So any manager planning for that double game week in 19, I think they could go with 7 to 8 players playing in game week 18. So that's okay. I mean, 3 players don't play, it's fine. You don't have to take. You can take a -4 and set your team up, and then you have your double game week in 19, right? So you should focus more on that because there's more points potential in that game week. If you use your free hit now, there will be bigger double game weeks, and there will be more blank game weeks in the future as well. And this season's top four title race and all, you don't know who's going to finish in the top one, who's going to win the league. We have an idea about relegation, and at that point in time, relegated teams that are facing relegation would also the players from those teams would also be considered as assets. So for me right now is take a little bit of a I would say a slap on the wrist in game week 18 and go big in game week 19 and have your double game week players for then and then worry about your chips after game week 30. See, that's what I feel. I never use a chip before game week 30. So that's my strategy.
Yeah, that's a good call actually. Because we are not aware of the teams that are going to perform well in that time because all the teams would be under the pressure of getting to the top four, either the title race or the relegation battles, as you said. So
Mm.
it's a quite apt strategy for the upcoming game week. But I'd slightly like to differ from your opinion. I'm setting up my team in such a manner that I can utilize my double game week to the maximum, as you just said. But planning for a free hit in game week 18 because majority of the 10 teams are not playing uh, in the game week 18. So maybe that's a situation where I can utilize that, and then leave the rest of the chips like my second wild card and your bench boost and your triple captains for the future. Right? So that's what my plan is. But
I I know that, Srinath. I know what you mean by that. But see, if you see the fixtures now in game week 18, you have a Man City playing a Brighton. Okay, you have Villa Spurs. Now from Arsenal Crystal Palace, I don't think any of you would even consider taking Arsenal players in your team.
yeah,
Okay, for that. So you have Wolves against Everton. So you already have DCL in that. From Everton's midfield, I don't think you're going to take anybody. From Man City, you're going to take just Kevin De Bruyne. I think you already have Kevin De Bruyne. From
Yeah.
Spurs, Kane and Son. Kane and Son I already have. So activating the free hit means you'll have to take players from Sheffield, Newcastle, Wolves, Brighton, Crystal Palace. I mean, and Aston Villa players also all of us have already in our team. So I don't think it makes sense to waste a chip on the game week 18 because you'll be taking players from teams that you would never consider in a normal game week.
yeah,
So
fair.
you can say that chip for later. That's what I feel is the thing because you're going to take two Man City players, and Pep's rotation mein only Kevin De Bruyne is safe according to me and Ederson.
Yeah.
That's it. Other everyone will be rotated in that. So if you take a free hit and you take a Cancelo or a Mendy, what if Ake starts? So that way, see, you're losing out on your chips. You won't be able to maximize it completely. So I would say like managers should just focus on that game week 19 and take a slap on the wrist in game week 18. It's okay if you lose a little bit of points. You can gain it aram se later on. So that's what I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why.
Fair point. Fair point.
Fair
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
So yeah, those were the plannings that we were considering. But if there's any changes to our strategies, we'll certainly let you know. But in general, as Nikhil said before as well, if you're planning to take a free hit or take a second wild card during that time, then just compare your team, look at your team because uh, there's a different strategy for every team, and managers would be looking to free hit or your take the second wild card or the first wild card if they have. So every team is set up in a different manner, and just look at your team strength and the pros and the cons of taking the decision. And hopefully that we're just hopeful that you all have a good game week. The current one and the future one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, talking about our next segment, it's about the current game week. So, guys, what are your transfer plans and what are your captaincy choices this time around?
Okay. You want me to start or can Nikhil go first?
Yeah, yeah,
You
please
can.
start. Yeah.
Okay. So I've already made my change. I made my change day before yesterday. I took in Stuart Dallas. I've seen Srinath getting a lot of points from Stuart Dallas, and now I've also jumped on the Dallas bandwagon, and I removed Lamptey. That's my only change for this game week. And my captain is Salah. He's playing West Brom. West Brom is considered the most goals. I think it's a no-brainer captaining Salah against West Brom. So and Liverpool are playing a fixture after 8 days. They weren't even playing the Carabao Cup. So Salah has a good rest. Whereas I think Bruno, Son, and De Bruyne have all played in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
But at least Bruno played the entire 90 minutes. So I think it's a no-brainer captaining Mo Salah. And he will start as he was even he didn't even start against Palace. He came on and gave the 16 points. So 100% he's starting this game for sure. That's why I'm captaining Salah. Nikhil, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
My strategy would be like I wanted to replace De Bruyne and Ings. Ings has an hamstring injury, so I don't think it's worth benching him and waiting for him to come back because normally it takes around 1 or 2 months every time he gets an injury. So I was planning on replacing. I have two free transfers, so KDB and Ings for Grealish and Kane. I have some funds in the bank, so I wanted to do that. But I was confused about Lamptey as well. Because in my defense, Lamptey is injured, Chilwell is injured.
Hmm. Chilwell is
So
out. Chilwell
yeah,
is not going to play against Arsenal. So I think you're
Lamptey
investing
and
a lot of money in Chilwell.
yeah, I wanted to remove Chilwell for Robertson, but either have to do remove De Bruyne. I was definitely sure of removing De Bruyne, so De Bruyne is out, so either I'll replace Chilwell with Robertson or Ings with Harry Kane, whichever is cheaper. And Lamptey, I think I'll bench him and replace him next week with Kyle Walker-Peters. That was my first choice, but Chilwell got injured, so
Yeah,
plan's changed. What about you,
I made
Srinath?
my profit.
Yeah.
So for the time being, I'm planning to reinforce my defense. From game week 9, I to now, when I took my first wild card, I've just made one transfer for my defenders. So I had removed Lamptey to get in Diaz, which was a decent punt.
Hmm.
Apart from that, this game week, especially with Reece James injured in my team, I thought of bringing in uh, what's your face? Chill. I bought in Sufal instead of Reece James, and and apart from that, I bought in Taylor in place of Tyreek Mitchell. So
We
that
have
were
we,
my. I took a -4 for that, but
we have the
had
same
to.
team. Dallas, Sufal, and Target, and Taylor. All of us have these players now.
Except for Diaz, maybe Diaz is quite
I
low on at this
Yeah,
point. But apart from him, Martinez at the goal, Sufal, Dallas, Taylor, and then a Kilman was there for me. But I that was my transfers that I did. But apart from that, coming to De Bruyne, I just feel that the people who have bought him in lately after the Burnley game and the other game where he
Fulham,
scored a decent number
Fulham,
of points.
Fulham.
Um, he has been quite consistent. Like in the past 4 or 5 game weeks, he's been scoring me like in the past 6 game weeks, maybe 36 points, which is a good run for me at least. So I'm still sticking to De Bruyne. I'll just wait for the Newcastle game before I plan to ship him out.
the
That's what.
But KDB's the main reason people are shifting out KDB is because his price is falling and his teammates are not converting the chances. So he could have
Yeah, that is
gotten
true.
more
But
points, but still. So since the prices are falling, the people are finding it worth buying even Mane more, Mane, Son. There are many players who are scoring more than him at the current rate. So people who don't have Bruno, they are buying Bruno and so.
yeah, fair. But I bought him in at 11.5 bucks, and now his price
Yeah,
has risen to 11.8.
early transfer,
So
those who have had
for
early,
me, De Bruyne has been quite good,
yeah,
and especially with my team value being more than 103, so I don't consider that much or give that much of an importance. So as a manager, for me at least, at this point, I'll just wait in for the Newcastle game. If he doesn't score big again, then he's one of the few players who are waiting to be transferred out of my league. If I take a free hit at game week 18, I'll surely bring him in again. But for the time being, like I'm just waiting because Newcastle have not been great defensively that much. They conceded a goal against West Brom,
Newcastle will
and
definitely concede. The half of the defenders had COVID positive, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, exactly. So for the time being, yeah, because even my midfield is literally the same as of Arun's. My midfield comprises of Son, Salah, KDB, and Bruno Fernandes. So, uh, so, I guess I'm quite satisfied with my midfield at this point. But surely would plan to bring in maybe a double game week player ahead of game week 19 instead of De Bruyne, and then bring in Bardi or someone like that. But for the timing, I've not made any changes in my midfield. Yeah. So coming to the captain, guys, who are your captains? Starting off with Arun.
For this game week, it's Salah. It's a no-brainer. And
Yeah,
as
sure.
I mentioned it earlier in my team as well, I think Salah is going to be the captain. And for the TCD team, we've yet to decide our captain, but for my personal team, it's going to be Salah for sure. What about you, Nikhil?
Same Salah. In my team, it's Salah, but if someone has Firmino, it would be a good differential option. Yes.
Hmm.
Normally, in the front three have started clicking again, including Firmino to score. So, I think Firmino could be a differential captain, but Salah, Mane, first choice for me. Salah or Mane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for me as well, it's Salah again. But people who don't have Salah and have maybe De Bruyne, then it's quite the punt to have put on the captain's armband on him. But if you don't have both, then please do bring him in because otherwise you're in for a great haul. So
But this fixture could
otherwise,
be tricky as well. So, because Sam Allardyce is a defensive manager and he has got
yeah,
full
true. But
Hmm.
1
how
week.
much of the
So,
time has he had with the West Brom team? A week, maybe. Even Aston Villa seemed to score 3 goals against them.
yeah, but
So
that was, I think, 2 days after, right? I
yeah,
don't.
2 days after, of
Yeah.
course. But
So he's had like 10 days. He would have had
Yeah.
10 days in total with the Liverpool. But I think Liverpool can break any team down. And with the
Hmm.
injuries that they have, they're still performing like they did against Palace. I mean, I think at Anfield, the fans would be there. I'm not sure on that
Yeah,
front. But
fans are
I
there.
think,
So,
yeah, dude, then for sure, I think Liverpool are going to score minimum 3 goals. And Salah is going to score for sure. So I have no doubts that I'm going to get a double-digit return from my captain this game week as well. And yeah, I mean, I think if my captain gives me a double-digit return, that gives you the confidence with your defenders
yeah.
contributing as well. That's why I reached
yeah,
86 this the last game week. I need more of this to climb the ranks this season. So we need our
yeah.
captain.
Even I have increased my rank to around 600,000, but I'm planning to get until 300K maybe in the next 2 or 3 game weeks and see how it goes from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
saw
I
this
just
on.
noticed that
Yeah.
people who are lagging behind their ranks, maybe a million or something, it's just a 15-point difference between me and Arun. I guess we are just 15 or 16 points apart, and
Yeah.
our rank is around 300 Ks difference. So people who are like demotivated because of the scores, because of the few game weeks, there's not much of a difference between a million or a 600,000 person or even a 300,000 person. So please do not get demotivated because of this. The season is still quite long ahead, and there are double game weeks, blank game weeks approaching. So if you guys play your chips carefully and your wild cards and triple captains carefully, then you can still crack the top 100K then. Yeah. So I guess that should be it for the podcast. And yeah, hope you guys have a great game week and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. Enjoy your
Same.
Christmas, guys, and make good transfers and hope everyone gets good points. Yep.
Yeah. Okay then.
Thank
Uh,
you.